Hello and welcome to Energy Vision Global. In today's session, we will understand the difference between vertical, deviated, and horizontal wells in a simple and practical way. This is one of the most important basic concepts in drilling and directional well planning, especially for students, fresh engineers, and professionals working in oil and gas operations. So, let's begin with a simple idea. A well is drilled hole in the earth created to reach a subsurface target. The target may be an oil reservoir, a gas bearing formation, or a zone planned for injection, evolution, or monitoring. Now, one important point to understand is that not all wells are drilled in the same direction. The well path depends on several factors, such as the location of the target, the reservoir geometry, surface restrictions, and the overall production objective. Based on that, wells are commonly classified into three main types: vertical wells, deviated wells, and horizontal wells. Let's look at them one by one. A vertical well is the simplest type of well. It is drilled almost straight downward from the surface towards the target. In this case, the bottom of the well is nearly directly below the rig location. A common point many people ask is, when do we choose a vertical well? A vertical well is usually selected when the reservoir target lies directly below the rig and there is no strong need to change the direction of the well path. In practical terms, this type of well is simpler to plan, easier to control, and generally less complex from a directional drilling perspective. So, the main advantage of a vertical well is its simplicity. At the same time, there is an important limitation because the well intersects the reservoir over a short interval. Reservoir contact is often smaller compared with the horizontal well. Now, let's move to the deviated well. A deviated well is intentionally drilled away from the vertical direction. Instead of going straight down, the well is guided at an angle to reach a target that is not directly below the rig. This is where the difference starts to become more interesting. One thing many viewers wonder is whether a deviated well is the result of an unwanted change in direction. In fact, it is not. A deviated well is planned intentionally as part of directional drilling. So, why is this done? There are several practical reasons. Sometimes the target lies away from the drilling location. In other cases, surface access may be restricted by infrastructure, terrain, offshore platform positions, or environmental limitations. In many developments, multiple wells are drilled from a single pad of platform, and deviated wells make that possible. This means the main advantage of a deviated well is flexibility. It allows engineers to reach subsurface targets that cannot be accessed efficiently with a simple vertical well. However, compared with a vertical well, it requires more careful planning, better directional control, and accurate survey monitoring. Now, let's discuss the horizontal well. A horizontal well usually starts as a vertical well. Then, at a plant depth, the well begins to build angle, passes through a curved section, and finally continues almost horizontally the reservoir. This naturally leads to an important point. Why are horizontal wells so important in modern drilling? The answer is reservoir contact. Instead of crossing the formation over a short interval, the well remains inside the reservoir for a much longer distance. The larger contact area can significantly improve production potential. So, the main advantage of a horizontal well is that it maximizes exposure of the producing formation. This is especially valuable in thin reservoirs and in developments where production efficiency is critical. Of course, that benefits comes with added complexity. Horizontal wells are more demanding to design, drill, and complete. They often require advanced directional drilling tools, accurate real-time measurements, and in many cases, geosteering support. Now, let's simplify the difference between all three. A vertical well goes straight down and is the simplest option. A deviated well is drilled at an angle to reach a target away from the rig location. A horizontal well starts vertically, changes direction, and then continues through the reservoir horizontally to maximize reservoir contact. So, in practical terms, vertical wells means simplicity and direct access. Deviated well means directional flexibility, and horizontal well means greater reservoir exposure. Now, why does this matter in real operations? Because understanding these well types is essential for drilling engineers, directional drillers, MWD and LWD personnel, geologists, and anyone involved in well planning or field development. Once this concept is clear, it becomes much easier to understand why different wells are planned in different ways and why trajectory design is so important in oil and gas operations. So, to summarize today's session, a vertical well is drilled almost straight downward and is the simplest well type. A deviated well is intentionally drilled at an angle to reach a target away from the rig location. A horizontal well starts vertically, then turns and continues through the reservoir horizontally to maximize formation contact. Each of these well types has its own purpose, advantages, and operational importance in the oil and gas industry. Thank you for watching Energy Vision Global. If you found this session useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And let me know in the comments which oil and gas topic you would like to see next on Energy Vision Global.